get them on stage. So pretty much the rules are pretty simple. You come up, if you sign on the list, if you have not, you still have time to do so. And you come up and you do your thing, and about when we kind of went through the list, we're going to go ahead and introduce our artist for the night, which is Lyrical Toye. So let me show us some love, y'all. Says poets were not vain. All right, we got the video camera rolling. Is it rolling? Is it rolling? It's rolling? All right. Okay, for all y'all in Facebook world and live stream, this is Unique Reality. Y'all should already know me. Y'all don't know me here in Tulsa, but trust me, they know me. So what I want to do, the rules are, there's not really rules to it. We just ask you to be considerate. Don't get up here and read 5 poems. Okay, don't do that to us. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, you only take 1 pill at a time, right? At the max 2. So we're going to follow that remedy on tonight, all right? All right, I like to kind of set the mode a little bit, so I'm going to try to get through this poem the best that I can. And this poem is entitled The Hands That Wouldn't Save. Society's always talking about what they done and to who they gave. But look at my generation. Explain to us where those same hands have never reached to save. We have watched this nation can pass land and even sea, only to feed another country's thousands of starving people, and yet at the neglect of us before the whole world to see. But today we speak, and we tell society to listen up and to hear our plea. You see, it's our generation that lies amongst the old, broken, abused, and abandoned. We're dying for much more than mere common colds, and we have nothing left of value that can be pawned, exchanged, or even sold. These streets bear the names of youth, and they filled with the same newcomers who attempt to come every day. There are lost, abandoned, abused. In society, you sit still, patting your back because of a quarter you gave. But not one time beyond these streets have your hands ever reached to save. Why haven't you heard the groans of the youth in the night, when they hid themselves because their dreams were shattered and went from delight to fright? You see, we were so caught up in world peace, but we never heard their souls go bump in the night. But it's by the millions they walk to the grave, with the wounds of embarrassment engraved upon their minds, asking themselves, do they even believe in divine signs? They are but babies. They feel these corners the more. But I live in the church with your religious self. Either you can't or you won't come out from behind your church doors. Oh, we see you. You smile as fast as you can. Donate your dollar, turn your back and retreat. And what about you? Who have you helped? You see, if you have only helped one, that was one less that went to the grave. What happened to the days of Martin Luther King and Mother Teresa? They were trailblazers for new opportunities and open doors. So what about my generation? Don't we matter too? Listen, if what I'm saying is the truth, then it's up to each and every one of us to no longer make excuses. So I'm asking you, how long will you watch our youth walk to the grave and not one time extend your hands to save? It's time to save our youth. That's what's up. You know, for the record, I forgot half the poem, but y'all couldn't tell it. Because I like to keep it real. It just keeps it real. All right. Now listen, the first time we had the show, Regina, and I really enjoyed her poetry because, let me tell y'all something, Def Jam has lied to y'all. And when Def Jam poetry came out, we had people thinking that if you don't say it this way, you don't say it that way, then you're not a real poet. Listen. Poetry is what the soul speaks. That's right. And who can define a judge such a talent? So when you come up here in my house on Lyrical Haven Night with Unique Reality, you are welcome, you're appreciated, and your words are well received. Don't ever think that just because you've not been on Def Jam and you don't speak it 1,000 miles an hour, that you don't have something to say. So with my first poet, no longer a delay, but Regina, come on up here and show them what you made of, my sister.
Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide.
Thank you, dear. Love you. I want to start start out by saying thank you to Alexander and Unique, because I love you all, and it's been a dream for me to see this poetry jam happen in Tulsa. We need this, and I love you all. You're great. I'm going to share just a couple of things from you from my book, Poetic Essences. This is one of my favorites. How many out there are still looking for that soulmate? That one that when you know you met them, you know. All right. This one I wrote because I know, and I knew he was coming. It's entitled, I Know You. Oh, my love, I know you well. The color of your essence, the way your skin smells, the vibrational frequency your heart resonates. Yes, my love, I know you. I know you well. For you visit me often, sometimes just to check in, other times flying to my side as my heart cries. Days to inspire, nights to hold me tight. Yes, my love, I know you. I know you well. For my love, I have known you not long in this time, but my love, I have known you for all of all time. I know you. Love you. All right, this next one. How many of y'all got the past out there? Yeah. How many of you get to run into it sometimes? Ain't that fun? Yeah. I got to run into my past one day, quite unexpectedly. Oh, yeah. And I wrote a poem about it. You know, what am I going to do? I'm a poet. This is what I do. So I wrote a poem about it. I saw my past today. I saw my past today. It walked through a door with me as I was on my way. One part greeted cordially, and the other just looked away. And I smiled and shone my light, grateful for the new that I am. Thankful for the joy my new choices bring. Yes, I saw my past today, and I can truly say, I've come a long way, baby. And I'm humbled for the chance. For I saw my past today, and I smiled and waved. And it drove them crazy.
All right, let's give it up, let's give it up, let's give it up. Now check this out. We're going to go ahead, I got the DJ involved, and we're going to go ahead and try to put some music in between. Listen, this is not about snapping fingers. If y'all love what you're hearing, show some love. If you want to hear the repeat, you want them to repeat it, was, you know, sometimes you be like, dang, for real? They said that right there? Nah, I don't think that's what they said. That's when you hit rewind. All right? Rewind. Because you want to make sure. I mean, come on, y'all. Y'all know. You know, you, wait a minute. Did they really say that right there? Correct? That's what you do, rewind. All right, that's what's up. All right, so let me see. Now, they gave me this list. I don't know why they give me no list, because I'm going to go straight down the list, but I'm going to try to do this in order. Marvin, where you at?
Market Pros.
All right, yeah.
Come on.
Okay. Y'all don't know me right, but I like to do like spontaneous interviews for no apparent reason. So this is your night, baby. Come on up over here, get close to me.
Don't get too close.
I don't bite, I promise. If I do, you gonna like it. All right, now. So, Marvin, how you doing tonight?
Fine, you, ma'am?
Call me Leah, baby. Oh, you could call me Unique. Unique. Unique reality, to be exact. All right, we are not going to flirt with the brother on the stage. Y'all all looking. All right, but this is my man Marvin, and so we want to go ahead and definitely show him some love. That's what's up, y'all? Show him some love, baby. Come on, give it to us.
First of all, before I get started, I would like to, on behalf of my company, Market Pros Enterprise, and my network of business affiliates, I would like to give a shout out to Mr. Alexander for allowing me to come up here and do my thing. Mason and company for believing in my vision and being a part of my network. Don Walker, Michelle, and also Corey over there in the back for just coming out and supporting what I do. But before I get started, I want to just let everybody know that everything that we want to do in life as far as our goals, we need to have a good support team. Because what's wrong with people, especially the black community, is everybody hating on each other. Everybody want to come up but don't want nobody to know how they came up. But that's not what it's all about. That's why we're hurting as a race, is because we want to come up by ourselves. And God put everybody on this earth to help each other out. And we all need each other to move forward. If we can just get other people to realize that, we won't be doing so bad. Because regardless if it's a good economy or a bad economy, you know, people in the low-income community, we've been in a bad economy our entire lives. So let's fix this and start working together and help support other people's business. This piece is called Do You Believe? And as I spit this, I want every individual in here to think about themselves throughout the entire poem. Because see, I know you believe in other people. Unique. But do you believe in yourself?
That's what I'm talking about all day long.
Is your constructive time applied to your skill or your wealth?
Work it, baby. Do some poetry.
Do you let other people tell you that you're just chasing a dream? Mr. Alexander, will your life be all for nothing without accomplishing a thing? I know you might hate to go to work, might not get paid a lot, but what's inside of your stomach is what will put you on top. Sometimes settling for less is what develops success. Because the true blessings of God is like a bulletproof vest. If you get shot in the chest, it won't penetrate the flesh. Our attitude in the struggle is how we grade it on the test. And if you spread the love of joy, then you can conquer the stress. Because the battle is already won. The enemy is already defeated. All your goals and ambitions, if you believe, then achieve it. Be confident about life. Never give up, but just fight. If you stay focused on your purpose, you can shine in the light. How many people in this world have a dream about life? Or have a dream about Christ? Success comes when you can separate the wrong from the right. Because me, I'm attracted to knowledge. I'm not subjected to torment. Remember, proper preparation prevents poor performance. We all need people to believe in us for support and help. But my question to you is, do you believe in yourself? Do you believe in yourself? I'm gonna do one more, is that okay?
That's all right.
Yeah. All right. I'm flipping pages in my mind of poems to try to figure out what I want to spit, because I didn't plan or intend on doing a poem tonight, but it just so happened that I did, because there was only a small window of opportunity. So we have to take advantage of the opportunity as it presents itself. This poem is called, you know what, I'm not going to do the poem, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to let y'all hear a song with no beat, nothing like that. It's poetry too. I can't find the one I want right now because this is kind of spontaneous for me. So, as I begin to spit this poetry, if y'all want to snap your fingers or clap and give me a beat, that would be great. It would help me, in fact. Now, Mason was up here, I'll give y'all a real show, but y'all ain't ready for that yet. But the name of this song is called His Throne. The earth is His footstool, but heaven's His throne. I want to be with you when it's time to come home. I pray for the people that use me up. That's why I'm able to break through. He fills my cup. The earth is His footstool, but heaven's His throne. I want to be with you when it's time to come home. I pray for the people that use me up. That's why I'm able to break through. He fills my cup. Give me the strength to be strong, God, and help me to live on at the end and be strong. Guard my blessings within. I understand the purpose of Christ on the cross. That's why I'm sitting and serve us to never be lost. And if my maker say go, you know I'm gone with the wind. Show me somebody to go touch so you can heal the sick. My faith in God is so strong. Sometimes I feel I can fly. So picture me with the birds flapping my arms in the sky. I'm so thankful for Jesus to have His blood in my veins. That's why I stay on my knees to keep praising His name. Almighty God can do it. He'll restore your faith. And if you think, oh God, He'll reorder your plate, because the earth is His footstool, but heaven's His throne. I want to be with you when it's time to come home. I pray for the people that use me up. That's why I'm able to break through. He fills my cup. I'm Christ-like. I have visions, a prophecy that we live in. The key to everlasting life is through knowledge and wisdom. And if you don't know what's happening, it's hard to live and survive. People that suffer and go hungry make the angels cry. So that's why sometimes we have rain, because sometimes we have pain. So people can't understand why they need to see God's face. If you look deep in my eyes, then you can locate my soul. But if you focus on God, it's possible to see Moses. The only way to Jehovah is through the blood of His lamb. Yes, I need to be peaceful, so I reach for His hand. Cover my tongue with your blood. Guide me to the truth. Just build me up for your army so I can be a good troop. I'm just a little bitty baby when it comes to living with my king, because I can deal with anything on earth and still be so free, because I've been dunked in that water. And when I look in the mirror, I can see inside of my proof that God created the rivers. The earth is His footstool, but heaven's His throne. I want to be with you when it's time to come home. I pray for the people that use me up. That's why I'm able to break through. He fills my cup. The earth is His footstool, but heaven's His throne. I want to be with you when it's time to come home. I pray for the people that use me up. That's why I'm able to break through. He fills my cup. And that's all I got for you.
Enjoy the luxury of like not knowing each other for real. Hold up.
No, it's not about firefly. Take me high. Teach you what's up.
Flower bomb. Let me guess your favorite fragrance. You got that bomb. I'm trying that in nature. No disrespecting, baby. Just trying to make me smile. Try to keep my spirits up. That's why I lace it down. Try to keep your spirits up. Live for whatever. Took it forever to get dressed. I acknowledge your effort. So I clap for her. She deserves an applause. Shawty working so hard. She deserves it.
All right, let's give it up for Marvin. I was liking that. See, you know what? That's what I love about poetry, because it's not about whether you're in church or out, but if you got something to say, your soul needs to speak upon the stage. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That was hot. That was hot. That was hot. All right. Next up to the mic. Where's Jay at? Jay, come on up here. Come on, let's talk, baby. You ain't moving fast enough for you.
That's my classmate. Jay, start your vlog.
Now, y'all know as a promoter and a host, you gotta just kind of go with everything, right? See, I've been here a couple months and I'm getting a little bit more relaxed, so y'all getting ready to see the real unique. But listen, are you single? Tell everybody you single. Chocolate covered man. I'm just trying to say. I'm just saying. I mean, you know, I might be a little bit too old, but I'm just saying. If y'all up in the house, holler at Jay Starks, y'all. All right, you got something for us. He was here early, and we definitely want to show him some love. And again, if you like what you're feeling, you're loving what you're hearing, snap it up, clap it up. But I'm sure this is a fine black brother right here. Okay, baby, I'm not talking to you. All right, you ready, boo?
Appreciate it. First of all, shout out to Alexander. I hit him up like 2 days ago just to get out here. So I'm just like introduce myself. Just turned 22 a couple months ago. People still call me baby boy. Kind of new to this poetry thing. I'm a local artist around town, so I rap. Starting 5 is my label. I'm starting up. We do poetry, R&B, and hip hop. And I got a couple of poems for y'all today. I'm gonna just go ahead and get into it. This first one doesn't have a title at all. I wrote it thinking about relationships, so I'm just going to get into it. A new sense of direction, I got my focus on. A lot of folks around, but ain't none of them close to home. A free agent, but the time is coming and going, and I'm so far off in my ways, I can't allow my soul to roam. I never dealt with emotions, I buried them 6 feet. Hard to bear my heart when shit gets this deep. And the problem there is can't nobody fix me, so I guess I'm on my own listening to the same song they've been playing for the last week. Don't much get past me. Now that I think about it, last time something did, she was trying to get a ring about it. Questioning my thoughts and ain't nobody else but doubt it. Preaching to the church and the choir can't even sing about it. That's why my vision's clouded. I need some motivation. Spark my interest, bring a little conversation. The girl I was talking to finally had my spirits raised and got me thinking that my job ain't the only form of an occupation. But still I play it patient. Don't want to mess it up. Thought that she was the one cause she said that she wanted a chance of love. Well, ain't that a plus? I realized the whole time I've been down on myself, really I was just wanting us. All right now. And then this next one is called Listen. I wrote this in like 15, 20 minutes. I was up at like 3 o'clock in the morning. And it just came to me, so I'm gonna go ahead and spit it. Presence. What is it when your existence seems so pointless that you act like you don't care about your own life? Free will to live how you want it, God gave you permission, but you sit there petrified like a 4-year-old when he hears his mother yell, don't. It's like you got your life in your hands, a little voice in your head is telling you not to trick it off, but you play it like a stock trade. Mad when you hit rock bottom of ground zero because everything just blew up in front of you like a world trade. But the suits don't care because they got your life and they well paid. Couple of lies and some lies in every country for a few million a month, for y'all think they call it world trade. But you don't listen, you steady tricking out chickens, converting into new positions, but stuck in the same condition. Out broke, not even a pot to piss in. Now you at the end looking back, shaking your head like, damn, I should have listened.
All right. That was sexy chocolate up in the house. All right. Y'all get that? Y'all got all that right there? All right, listen. You know what? Can I get something sexy? For this next poem, give me something just a little sexy. Alright, now
Change the way the game's played. Yeah, you know I'm thirsty.
Alright, let me say. I got a poet coming up here, y'all. And she is seductive. A little pornographic, but she's seductive. She know how to work it the way she know how to work it. So who am I to tell Miss Lyric how to roll it? So come on, Miss Lyric. And give us some pornographic, erotic poetry.
Let me know all that shit. Alright, it's pretty worked up now.
Yeah, I think she likes that right there. Yeah. That's how old folks. What's wrong? What a grown folk at? Y'all acting all scared up in here and everything. What a grown folk at? You ready, Miss Lady? You gonna do some sex?
In the middle.
She said, yeah. All right then.
Yeah. You after her.
So the first piece I'm going to do is going to be a serious piece, but the next one definitely will be naughty. So the first one is called One-Sided Conversation. I say I adore you. You say you don't care. I say that I need you. You say I'm never there. I look in your eyes, and I used to see me, but now all I see is just reveries. I remember a time when things were so intense, and now when I see things are just tense, I say I would do anything for you. You say in that case, leave. I sit in silence as tears fall on my sleeve. sifting through memories of our love past, trying to figure out how this love didn't last. I slowly turn and reach for the door. I say I love you. And like times past, my love is ignored. Okay, so it's cold outside, right? Yes, it is. Y'all ready to make it hot? Make it hot! Make it hot. I'm sorry, I can't. Y'all ready to make it hot? Yeah. This poem was called Milk and Honey.
Oh shit. Wait, rated R. Alright, go.
This is rated R. Problem, you know, anybody young, you might want to leave now. Okay. So here we go. Hot, sticky, creamy, wet. I'm gonna say that one more time. Hot, sticky, creamy, and wet. Sticky, creamy, and wet. Treacherous tongue teasing makes me moan melodic measures of praise. Y'all got that? Yeah. One more time? Okay.
Back to tongue.
How she got to do with KO? Throw that tone a little.
Treacherous tongue teasing makes me moan melodic measures of praise. Time is altered. Your big hand is on my breast and your little hand is on my thigh. The time? Clip 30. Y'all know what time it is? Okay.
10:30.
You meticulously strum me with your tongue into surrender. I'm sorry, I had to rewind. Okay. I'll talk to you. You meticulously strum me with your tongue into surrender. Exquisite dexterity as you make me approach my climax. It's something about the way you move your tongue. You go round and round on my love pearl. It's something about the way you move your tongue and you go round and round around my love pearl. Your head game has me on the cusp of a mental breakdown, trying to understand all that you're doing and trying to receive all that you're giving. And then you moan. Vibrations reach regions behind my hood as you ravage my honeycomb. I am overcome with intense pleasure. And now my body intensely spent. My legs are slightly bent, but your legs still in between them. And you look satisfied knowing that your oratory skills caused me to cream them. And now I'm left hot, sticky, creamy, and wet.
Rewind! Shit.
No, y'all gotta take a cold shower. Stop playing. Stop playing. Y'all need a cold shower up in here. All right. Y'all feeling kind of moist. Is that what time it is? DJ, give me something. Because I think they need a cold shower up in here.
Rick Ross.
I know you're right. I know you're right. Keep that up.
Yeah.
That's right.
Good. Hey, I changed the way the game is played. Yeah.
Take it down a little bit more. just a little bit. I'm loving it, y'all. This is why you don't drink at a poetry event. Because, you know, stuff start coming to your mind, right? And so, this is ad-lib, but I'm kind of feeling my brothers and my sisters tonight. And so, it is cold outside. And so what you might want to do is slide. Just slide. Slide beside your honey and boo. You know how to work it. You know what to do. Speak to the coordinates of his mind and tell him how much you want him and how much you need him. Speak slowly. Let it engulf his spirit richly. Rub his chest, letting him know that you are the best thing he has ever tasted. Like strawberries dipped in chocolate. Lick me, twist me, reveal me. But that's enough of that. No, we ain't doing a rerun. Okay, all right, I'm back. Unique's back. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I apologize. My bag is not about me. All right, here we go. I did. It was really good. I mean, come on, y'all poets. Come on. Y'all know how it is when you hear those words. You just be like, man, that's what I want to say. I mean, come on, ladies. Come on. I know we like the front in public, but come on, y'all. Come on. I mean, you got your man sitting right there. Chocolate made to order just for you. Take your hand. I mean, listen, y'all. Look. Start at the top of his head. Begin to kiss it. Begin to lick it. Slide down to his chest. Sucking his nipple so. All right, now I'm gonna stop. I promise you. I'm gonna stop. Because this is not about me. You see what I'm saying? I'm just trying to help y'all identify that when you get up out of here, it's cold outside, like Lyric said. Get that honey and cream, milking it right. All right. Okay, Written. Come on up here, Written. Yeah. That's what's up. You ready? That's what's up. All right, St. Louis in the house. No. Cincinnati, my bad. Got my states crossed. All right, Cincinnati's up in the house, and you're gonna bring some fire. All right, look. See, so we're talking about ladies. See, look, you can just pull that hair. I mean, come on, can we talk? Can we just talk tonight? Talk, girl. I mean, you know. But you know what? I don't want to, be trying to, project anything unnecessarily here. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna let him Written come on and write it on the hearts of his poets. Yeah. Whatever you want to say, baby, we want to hear it.
Let me get that hat, man. Let me try that off.
Peace, though. So how y'all feeling?
Yeah. Good.
Yo, I need everybody's attention when I'm talking, yo.
Right here.
That's what's up.
Can everybody hear me?
Yep.
Everybody, right?
Yep.
Okay. Peace to Alexander for making sure that we get an opportunity and a platform for poets to get a chance to say something. Because y'all got to understand, if we don't get this out, we probably need some type of medication.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what's up.
And we don't, a lot of us disagree with all of that, we're anti everything. So check it, I'm gonna feed off of the vibe that Lyric left me up here with. Check it. I think about the space in between the lines of a stanza where oftentimes meaning resides and metaphors collide with the crispness of fresh morning air I breathe. And out peacefully, without a doubt or a care in the world, a slice of ripe pear I enjoy. My air's ripe. I enjoy my favorite space, place in the atmosphere. I'd like to invite you to come. And rest assured you come. Without a doubt or pour about the last time affection infected you. You see, the anticipation of tonight is the only time that exists, so that's right, tick. I can't wait for a tick, for the sun to tick. Tag tag team and shoot deuces to the moon tick so I could be the 1-2 tick, count the clock's talks and realize how the hands of time get missing when we are in the now. See, lost in the climax like when the gun goes pow. Like white lights, sirens, closed fists come a knocking. Wow, it's astounding what in between these lines can do. Heat beneath blankets of poetry, I count your moans, so yeah. Fuck. I don't think y'all with me.
Yeah, come on, man.
We're here.
We're there, man.
Heat. It's fucking cold outside. Heat. Beneath blankets of poetry, I count your moans, so I know how many licks it takes to get to the center of cocoa drip. Every ounce of you.
Rewind! Do it in the line. Right there, perfect.
Heat. Beneath blankets of poetry, I count your moans, so I know how many licks it takes to get to the center of cocoa. Drip. Every ounce of you, my tongue cups it. My tongue cups it. My tongue loves it, and she travels up my mentals. Elevators up to sentimental moves. The rooftops where the air is fresher. There's where I hush the child, a simple flute and from a flute. Watch you enjoy the serenade when notes are played. Odes to Billie Holiday and Coltrane. And bitches brewing Saint Simone, Nina.
Yeah. Come on with it, man.
Man the mic. Man.
Hypnotize.
Odes to Billie Holiday and bitches brewing Saint Simone, Nina. Woodwind section, brass and horns. Lady sings the blues with notes spent with nights spent with howling wolves. She looked at me and said, Rich and Quincy, I want to get to know you now. Indigo Richie, kiss me, baby, please. And I asked her, matter of fact, I just demanded that shit. How about tonight? And I introduced you to two of my closest friends, Stars and Moonlight. Romantically lit, we'll sit under an umbrella of constellations and sip grapes, discuss love, tell love stories, thus design love over well-designed fabrics, garment lists, clothing linens composed of melodies will familiarize our spirits and sweat profusely, tirelessly, moan to rhythms and dance to harmonies, choreographed by the urine pumped intravenously, we'll kiss with the sole intent to be infused. God damn it. While the night declares my sole intent is to be used. Written Quincy, that's the intro.
Yes, sir.
This shit is serious up here, man. I'm trying to like reach millions of people, man. So if y'all ain't feeling me right now, my son's gonna be fucking pissed off at y'all because he is expecting me to do good.
You're doing good. You are.
Hey yo, this is new, and I'm off the mic, off of this, check it. For this, I tapped into the cool. Booked the show on Venus. My swag was on ooh. Hit the stage bent on a brew mixed by one of Miles' bitches. Now my dialect's from planets that are diggable. Rewind. Alright, I'm gonna explain what I'm talking about. Check it. For this, I tapped into the cool, you know, smooth fellas. Ladies, I know somebody real cool. For this, I tapped into the cool. I booked the show on Venus, the planet. My swag was on ooh. Feeling that? Hit the stage bent on a brew mixed by one of Miles' bitches. What I'm actually referring to is not a woman, so no disrespect. I'm referring to Bitches Brew, one of the most classic albums in history by Miles Davis. Yeah. Y'all with me now? Hit the stage bent on a brew mixed by one of Miles' bitches. Now my dialect's from planets that are diggable. Now I'm speaking a language that from diggable planets. Y'all with me?
Yeah.
That's another classic.
Yeah.
Diggable planets? Yes. Check it. Haley's Comet shot off. That was our cue. The drummer was Plutonian. Something about the way he in the stick game, I swear he made asteroids ricochet.
Wow.
She was the sexy of the band, the noose, ill with her fingertips. Bass in the flute, met her on the soul train. Then the rest was history. Jam with me if I promise she meet Don Corneli. Y'all with me?
Yeah. Come on.
Right on. Yeah. The sax. The heart of our squad was a goon, a Martian. I met him at a show while on platoon. He approached me, said he spoke of killing all haters on Saturn. Then he said he was the man for the band with a plan, cause word is written next to him, haters coming after you. Right? Yeah. Primed up, I was the heart and passion of our crew. Indigo, the realest earthling they had ever knew. Troubadour, poet, task, rest assured, freshest, dopest lyricist in the kitchen made a mess of metaphors.
Yeah. You kill him.
Scores of aliens and ATLians and Cincinnatians and hooligans, pools of refugees. I fought in Bantu Scientologists, astrologists, schools of writing zealots. My writing method to my madness in its melody. I'm constellation listening to writings like a lecture on astronomy. I got your mind right now, right? It's like a lecture. Hey, rewind real quick. I'm fucking off the mic in a minute, all right?
I'm doing good.
Primed up, I was the heart and passion of our crew. Indigo, the realest earthling they had ever knew. Troubadour, poet, task, rest assured, freshest, dopest lyricist in the kitchen made a mess of metaphors. Scores of aliens and ATLians and Cincinnatians and hooligans. Pools of refugees, I fought in Bantu Scientologists, astrologists, schools of biting zealots. My writing methods to my madness in its melody. I'm constellation listening to writings like a lecture on astronomy. And those I mentioned follow me, like if you feeling written, then Lyrical Toye, Deepak, Oprah Winfrey me. Lyrical Toye, Deepak, Oprah Winfrey me. For simpletons, press rewind and fall in love with linguistic lyricists, instrumentalists, haunted ivory magicians, stage philanthropists that get missing in spaceships, Richard Clinton.
Give it up, give it up. I know, right? I was thinking the same thing. I was like, damn, where the tip jar at?
I know, right?
That's what's up. That's what you call a lyricist. See, anybody can do poetry.
Yeah,
Don't misunderstand what I'm saying.
Right.
But a lyricist has the ability to literally walk you down through the alphabet, the dictionary.
Yeah.
And you gotta really listen sometimes. That's why I love poetry. It's not about right and wrong. We all bring what we bring to the table. DJ, give me something. Yeah, I don't know, give me anything. All right. No, I'm not gonna do nothing else, Chris. I done got in trouble. It's gonna be on Facebook. Y'all done made me get in trouble tonight. Oh, she brought the tip jar up. And see, we try to have it out here because, I mean, y'all should have really filled it up on that one right there. But it's all good, it's all good. Now, let's see. I think I got our 2 more poets. We got our feature coming up. She gonna shut the house down and I'm looking forward to it. So what we gonna do, we gonna keep it on moving. And let me get Ivan. Where you at, Ivan? The People's Poet. That's right. Wait a minute, y'all. Wait a minute. It ain't just Ivan. It's Ivan, the People's Poet. So that means I want to hear some strong poetry coming out this brother's mouth.
Yeah.
Get your hips up here, Ivan.
Oh my goodness.
See, that's what I love about women with authority. You just call a nigga up there and he get I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought I was someplace else. Y'all forgive me if y'all offended anybody up in the house.
Man, I know I'm short, man. You ain't gotta do me like that.
Hey, how you doing?
All right.
You doing good tonight?
I'm doing wonderful.
All right, you gonna give us something new? Some classy? You ain't gonna do nothing new?
I'm chill.
You gonna educate us?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, do you, boo. Do you, boo.
Let's give it up for the former poets that already been up here. Gotta give it up. Let me formally introduce myself. I am the People's Poet. That stands for telling his experience properly, educating our people, lifting every soul, profoundly, outstandingly, elevating thoughts. I am the People's Poet. This first piece is called Consider Me. She needed someone to lean on. So I extended my hand to her so she could lean her head on my shoulder, and she did. She did, and she cried lyrical tears of anguish as her tears rolled down my sleeves until her thoughts dangled from my fingertips. And all I could think of was ripping her pain away. clipping the loose ends of her life follow until she wore a fade. I pray that I'm there to promenade around her joy by sipping on lemonade on sunny days. I can't explain why I have such fondness of her. I can't explain why I want her past to become a blur. Maybe it's because I want to spice up her life like curry. Or maybe it's because I want to compliment her neck like real fur. But unfortunately, she's in love with a man who abuses her. Having eyes for another, he always falsely accuses her. Always taking, never giving, all he does is uses her to be treated like God's woman. That right, he refuses her. I wish she would consider me. If she did, I would be thankful like the earth is when the rain pours down and tingling to quench his unquenchable thirst. Or say thank you like the high-rise mountains in the heat of the day when the wind comes blowing on it, cooling off its face. A soft place of rescue I will offer her like the ocean man does for its water. She can rest. I will take her sadness and put it under arrest and give her a life sentence to stay away from her if she would consider me. But they're like the dew on the grass that comes up early in the morning when the sun comes up at dawn, but anticipating coming back the next day. I will wait until she considers me. Thank you.
Got one more, boo?
I got one more.
All right, give it to us.
This is for the sisters. This is my classic piece. It's called The Black Woman, The Gift to Humanity.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
Oh, the gift she is, this beautiful, graceful black woman. The woman of all human civilization. When God created you, he definitely made a superior creation. Your wide hips, your thick lips, the twist, and the kinks in your hair. It's what makes a brother turn his head when you walk past, and then he begins to stare. You see, oftentimes your skin is soft and black as the night, sometimes light, extremely bright, and even almost looking white. See, sister, you got curves and dips in your body that a brother would not believe. But you've always been like that, even with the beginning of Adam and Eve. But what does he see when he looks at you? A reflection of God? A manifestation of God? Up, down, all around, and all through and through. I'm sure if he understands this, sister, that he would bow his head to you. Oh, what a gift she is, this beautiful, graceful, black woman. Sister, you've been, sister, you suffered the pain of birth to bring the black man to the earth. For this, nothing can measure your worth. You nurture him and cuddle him when he suffers pain. The love that you have for him is so deep, no one can explain. As he grows up, you teach him what you think and know that it's best. When he makes a mistake, you do what it takes to make him feel better. Yeah. Because of this, he presses on and carries your wisdom with him forever. Oh, what a gift she is, this beautiful, graceful, black woman. Yeah. Tell me something, sisters. Are you mad at us, brothers? If you are, don't give up on us and leave us for the others. Yeah. Pray for us if you will, please. Because in our hearts and minds there resides a serious disease of ignorance. So, sister, do what you've always done, which is pray for our deliverance. As I end this poem, I just want to say, when I kneel down to pray 5 times a day, I thank God for sending a black woman my way. Continue to rise, you mighty black woman. Keep doing what you're doing and rest assured that your black man is coming. Oh, what a gift you are, you beautiful black woman.
All right, y'all give it up, give it up, give it up. Now listen, y'all. If y'all not black, he didn't mean no disrespect. I just want to say that. He didn't mean no disrespect. I come from
a black woman.
But you know, because he black though. You know what I'm saying? So he came from a black woman, and every now and then, we, you know, our sisters, we need to be, you know, kind of like encouraged. Now, I'm not going to give up on y'all, but y'all better come the hell on up. You right. That's all I'm saying. So we don't have to run to the other, because, you know, we can run to the other.
We sure will.
All right, we sure will. He said that right. All right, we got about 2 more poets. We're going to bring our feature up. So we want to go ahead and give her due time. Okay, I hope I am pronouncing this right. Jerica? Is that right, Jerica? Jerica, come on. Give us some love, y'all. Give us some love, y'all. Come on, mama. We gonna love you. We gonna love you. We gonna love you. See, come on, give us some love, y'all. Now listen, y'all know it's not easy to get on the microphone and talk to us. So y'all come on and give us some love. All right. All right, Mike, she on, right? Bonjour. All right.
Hi.
Hi.
Nice hair.
Thanks.
Well,
I didn't know.
natural, natural.
Standing at the door to the house of opportunity in a world that seems so false, I love that you're true to me. And I don't care if it's Lena Horn, green minus yellow, yo, it's still the blues to me. And no matter how clear my word, transparent does not define me. In the spots where you can find me with my pen and my pad, I'm reflecting on life and I am wishing I had the chance to go back and try again. Erase a couple of sins, because back then I had the tendency to try to be something I wasn't meant to be, meaning I was wanting too bad to be something I was not. Now I am who I am, and I think this shit is high. Brand new. So I call it my hot fire, my #1 scorching thirst quench supplier, grade A resume and new hire. Putting in so much work after this, I may retire. This thing we spit. They get on the mic and just rock spit. That spins along at the bottom, so it's my get on top spit. I mean, yeah, theory could be my get on stage and flop spit. But I'm gonna go ahead and give it my all, because I told I wasn't gonna be shit spit. Foul mouth, been bluff, and emancipation's calling me out. But I find walks of faith leave little room for false doubt. Wide hips, accenting full lips. Nappy roots like buckwheat soul foods, keeping me thick, transformed. Flesh versus spirit, keeping me toward I. Die to myself daily because I am labeled reborn. And yo, I love words. Nouns, adjectives, and adverbs. I mean, I know it sounds crazy, right? But I'm gonna try my hand in Proverbs 31:10. Knowing true happiness comes from within, and when integrity is your character, you no longer have to pretend I'm perfectly imperfect. Get on the mic and murk and found myself growing, and who knew that it would hurt a bit? Old ties, drowned by burgers and hot fries. I was sad when them size 7s could no longer hold my I'm still hot like blacks on Front Street. Yes, my grandmama's peach cobbler is still so sweet. I remember mama working 3 jobs to keep shoes on my feet. So he says I'm bitter when I don't smile. So now my peace of mind is on trial. Dead woman walking, I say this could be my green mile. And some say she's so strange. Got crazy flow because she's deranged. Only shot of freedom as if she pleads. Insane when I just want to be. Man, in layman's terms, be free. Living inside a box, I said, just ain't my cup of tea. Insomniac. Yes, it seems I never tire. I got flooded with life, and so now I search for ground that's higher. And when I reach the top of ground, neo-soul survivor, take heed and listen, because these words that speak a dire, I give them to you for free for the demand on top supplier. Expressions come at no cost, but I'll sell to the highest buyer. Brand new. Lyrically speaking, I can hold my own. I take the, no, I don't think I'm gonna do that. Let's see. I used to write performance pieces. A series of fictitious situations filled with clever one-liners that made the audience roar with excitement. I wrote performance pieces. They reflected none of me. They had none of my image intertwined, but that's what they wanted, right? So I wrote them, I performed them, they loved them. And would often come back for more. Till it got to the point when I was afraid to do me. Afraid to display the true poem inside. See, I had become an expert in performing lies. So now I would try this performance piece on for size. I was born in Tulsa, Oklahoma, the second of my mother's 3. My favorite color is yellow because it's a reflection of me. I sing often, probably more than my daddy likes. When I was 7 years old, someone stole my bike. I have 3 fathers, and to say it best, I think my life represents God's ultimate patience test. I've been in love 2 times, and one of them doesn't know it. The feelings went deep, but I was afraid to show it. I was never a bad child, but know the meaning of misfit. Never hung with the clique, because see, they would never get me. I trust no one totally. I love to smile and do it joyfully. I have many associates, only a few real friends. I'm the world's greatest listener, and on advice, well, it depends. I'm a Gemini, and God's teaching me it means nothing. I have a stern, loving pastor that wants me to be something. See, most of the men in my life are either brown or white. I pray and I pray, but never want them to fight because it's their battle. And I wish I had a saddle because I haven't ridden a horse since I was 3. Look at me. On stage performing for my mama and daddy's mama Mary too. For Daddy McGee and Miss Clayton. For Lansing and Lovey, KJ and Siani. For anybody that knows anybody connected to these bodies. To all the hugs I wished I had and the I love yous I was afraid to accept. To all the truth that's coming. Thank you. See, I love the Lord, He heard my cry. I've crossed the river 1,000 times to bring you this. My performance piece, my life manifested to paper and ink, which is a series of factual situations. No clever one-liners to make you roar with excitement. But I wrote it, performed it. And if you want to know more, well, I understand. Good day.
Give it up, that's what's up. Now listen. Y'all don't know this, but I got a couple of partners here, and you know, believe it or not, I know if you've never heard of it, y'all heard of hip-hop artists being signed, and you heard of actors and all that being signed, but we signed up poets. And that's the kind of talent that we look for, something that's raw. Everybody is good, but there's those that has that raw gift, and so you never know sometimes who you're standing in the midst of. So let's show our love for Jarek. Celebrate. One day you might even be celebrated, but that's an unusual talent right there. All right, Bly, is Bly in the house? I'm in the house. Bly, see, my sisters is coming. See, normally I get a lot of the men up here, and they do their little thing and everything, but when my sisters come up, man, I got to give it up for them, because, you know, we don't show out and show up like we need to. Yeah. And she can promote her own damn self. See what I'm talking about? Then that's some poetry for you. You ready? All right. After Bly, DJ, you're going to hit me up with a little music. And I'm going to bring my featured artist for the night, Lyrical Toye.
I'm a little nervous, y'all, so bear with me. Your eyes lead me down a path of extreme stimulation. I willingly follow, anxiously anticipating instantaneous gratification. This time, no thanks to masturbation, but be it to the tantalizing arousal of your warm but subtle touch. Trying to contain and maintain this beast better known as lust. Now requesting all the power within me to come to the forefront. Don't know how much longer I can fight this feeling, I ain't even gonna stunt. The very thought of you takes me to a place forbidden to arbitrary speculators. But the way you make me feel, this gotta be real, ain't got time for debating. I'm willing to compromise, I'm convinced to believe lies as I push myself to let you in, and in you rush in, my heart becomes your playground. Merry go round and down. Boom, crash, what the fuck, that's whiplash. Heart moves fast, got me sitting there singing another sad love song. Not Tony's, got my own, like to hear it go. Once amused by intricate parts of me, all too suddenly you become bored with me and nonchalantly cast my love aside. Now my vulnerabilities are opened and exposed to all those wolves in sheep's clothes, and now you're long gone, my name a distant memory. That is until you receive that special delivery of karma's unmerciful woes. It's inevitable. You will reap what you sow. Okay, I don't mean a male bash, but I'm a little broken-hearted.
Oh shit, all niggas keep
Just a little broken-hearted. All right. Is true love a figment of my imagination? Does it really exist, or will its fate depend on how good I kiss, in conjunction with the width of my hips? Is it imperative that I have pretty brown eyes? Should I advertise the way that I ride? Should I go ahead and bleach my hair blonde? Do I need to buy that Victoria's Secret's push-up bra? What should I do to attract the attention of a successful brother? Will I always have to choose from the other? You know, the one with the dead-end 9 to 5, no determination to drive, content with just trying to stay alive? Or the one with the dope boy magic ambition, standing in the kitchen cooking, baby mama on the cell phone bitching? You see, since the transformation by the renewing of my mindset, I've been progressively working toward putting old habits to rest. And during this process, I've been enlightened to see our true reality. We don't have the ability to properly nurture our sons and daughters. We don't have the sense to honor our mothers and fathers. We're too busy trying to epitomize what this American society emphasizes, thus contributing to our culture's demise. Hence the ongoing cycle where our men are leaving us for white girls, when we realize our strength lies in unity. Our focus shouldn't be on who has the biggest booty. Don't judge me by what you see, but by my strength, character, and integrity.
Thank you. Give it up, give it up. Seriously, it's some talent up in this house tonight. That's what I'm talking about. All right, here's what we're going to do, you guys. Listen, you know, sometimes when you try to introduce people, you either lack the words to introduce them, or you kind of let their work introduce them. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Because sometimes the talent is just that good. Well, this next sister that I'm going to introduce is my featured poet. She is my artist, but she is also my one of mine. Now listen, can I talk about us for a moment? Listen, yes. They always say that we can't come together as a people, let alone females. Listen, I got 3 strong black sisters, and we have formed a company strictly for the management of poets. Don't ever sit and think you know a thing. And what we do is we open up opportunities for poets, like everyone here was on this stage, independent artists, you're trying to get your work out there. We want to take you beyond Tulsa, Oklahoma. So what I'm going to bring to you, it ain't nothing low. But for the last 2 years, we've known one another. She's been on my lyrical. Wait a minute. Well, how many shows I got, girl? We have a Blog Talk radio show, so I've interviewed her on that. We have Lyrical Haven open mic. I've interviewed her on that. And so for the past 2 years, this is my sister. This is my girl. She's one of them ride or die chicks. Y'all know how it is. You know, you need somebody to do the corporate American thing. Yeah. That's me. When I get there, y'all know what I'm saying. But then you need somebody that's kind of hood and got your back. You see what I'm saying? I got one of them. That's what I'm talking about. And so, but we formed this company because it's so much talent amongst poets, but nobody knows it. And so, y'all better get with me before I leave if y'all want the information, because I'm telling you, we're doing the daggone thing. So what I'm going to do, the best way for me to introduce Lyrical Toye is that she had a CD out that came out earlier this year, about maybe October or so, I think it was. May, okay, May, all right then. I was off a whole lot of months. And so, to me, I wanted to play her track, one of her tracks, and it's from her signature CD called Growth. When you hear it, you will understand it. And if you ever had a story to tell and you couldn't find a way to say it, trust me when you hear this. Everything you're about to hear is a true story. But to take your life and put it in a form that helps others and yet heals you, that's why poetry is called an art. Give it to me, boo. Yeah. Yeah.
Turned my back and walked away from everything familiar to me. Everything that looked like it was trying to kill me. I grew up in Newport News, Virginia on 40th Street. I was born LaToya Shanae Manley, working hard to keep the disease of the streets from infecting me, but like crabs in a barrel, it was pulling me down, and I couldn't get no closer than I was to the ground, bearing the invisible scars of sexual abuse that colored the rainbow of my smile with colorless hues, hating the reflection of my mirror more and more every day, hiding behind someone else's idea of who I should be, because if I hated her, then who else would love me? And picking up a pen and a pad is what saved me. I was raped and left for dead, but I'm a fighter and would never quit. He mutilated my body, but strengthened my spirit. Psychological manifestations of imaginary lines clouded the vision of my third eye, and I was imprisoned by my past life, and at 19 years old, I was a mother and a wife. Dodging fists and smacks for too many years, because being alone was my greatest fear. And at 21, I buried my only son. My heart was shattered and my mind came undone. Barely able to function, I was the walking dead. Unable to clear the guilt from my head. Why couldn't I protect him? That was my job, and if I couldn't save him, I didn't deserve to be a mom. 9 months later, we buried my brother, gunned down by a dude we all grew up together. Friendships left in a horrible state, but by the time I got it together, it was too late. See, the cancer had killed her, and I couldn't make amends. I never had the chance to say goodbye, and we'd always be friends, and I'm not throwing words together just for the sake of poetry. This was my life, and it is my story. I spent years abusing my body, using sex like a drug, ignorant of what it meant to be loved. At 24, I watched my father die from HIV, found unconscious lying on the street. I was daddy's little girl and his only child. I found him again in me when I learned how to smile. And when the day came, I finally fell in love, I was about 26. But he used and abused the love that was meant to be his, using my love against me, manipulating what the words meant. And after years of giving it to him, my love was spent. I shut down like a turtle hiding in his shell, took up permanent residence in my own private hell, hiding from the things that I thought would hurt me, allowing those hurts to become crippling. Never understood exactly why the cage bird would sing. And in 2003, I for real went to prison. I'm from the hood and don't believe in snitching, so I did my bid and they held me down. When I got out, I kept my nose clean but kept my ear to the ground. I'm a divorced, felonious veteran, poetic mother of 2 girls, and those 2 young women are my entire world. I know you say, damn, it's nothing but tragedy, but without it, I couldn't be the woman you see. I couldn't spit the words that you could relate to. I couldn't spit shit that would excite you. But it was 2007 that changed my life forever. Could I have imagined that fall would come? Never. See, mothers are supposed to be immortal and never die. But in September that year, I found out it was a lie. She was gone and I just couldn't handle it. She never even knew I was hiding this doubt. I was a poetic hermit until the day we laid her to rest. And as far as mothers go, mine was the best. Not a day goes by, I don't want to call in her a voice that I don't wish she was here to give me advice, to feel the comfort of her love, the strength of her embrace. One more chance to say I love you and put a smile on her face. And now today, through all this I have healed. I am stronger and wiser from the many tears I shed over so many years. My gift grows daily, as do I. I have evolved, and now the cage bird can fly. And I'm not making up words for the sake of poetry. This was my life, and it is my story. Now I'm not expecting you to feel sorry for me, so don't treat me like a victim. You can save your pity. I just want you to understand I grow. Yeah.
Can y'all hear me? Oh, okay. Good evening, Tulsa, Oklahoma. I have traveled a long way to get here. It is so good to see you guys. And I'm going to need you guys to give yourselves a round of applause for all the poets that have graced the stage tonight. I'm going to need some energy because I've had 2 people drink. And I'm going to need y'all to be as nice as I am right about now. All right. I want to thank Unique Reality for bringing me out here. It is a complete honor and a privilege to be at her venue. Like she said, we are business partners, we are friends, we are sisters, and our company is called Artistic Embassy Foundation, and our very first event is on December 17th. It's an HIV/AIDS awareness event for the Black community, and next year we will be hosting that in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So look forward to that. Make sure you come out and support because we need that awareness within us as a community. Okay, so now that we done did the commercials, I don't know, I need some group participation because I done had 1 or 2, 3 drinks. And I'm not quite sure which 2 letters come between B and E. Which one is those? C. Okay, I got CDs for sale right over there at 2,000 feet. Y'all like the way I did that? You like the way I did that, right?
Give us some snaps, y'all. Give us some snaps.
The track she just played for you guys is Growth, is the title track off my CD. It is available. I have them here at $10. So if you like what you hear, please by all means stop by and purchase that. My cousin is here from Oklahoma City. You know, it's good to have family in the building when you on stage and performing. I also want to again give it up for the poets. It is very hard to get on this stage and pour your heart out. And when you got an audience of strangers, you know, sometimes that's the most therapeutic thing for you. So give it up for the poets. They were awesome tonight. I'm saying, I can't give it up for the poets. Where y'all at? Now, given the fact, that I had 2, 3, 4, 5 drinks, I might have to read just a little bit. So Tulsa, please forgive me, because you know, it just happened that way sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Sounds good. I think this first piece that I'm going to do is actually on the CD, and I don't know how many of you partake in natural herbal remedies.
Oh shoot, we got it.
But his first piece is called Pass the Blunts. We gonna make it, Tulsa, we gonna make it. I got a plane to catch in the morning, y'all. We gonna make it tonight. Okay. This is Pass the Blunt. I am trying to reach a plateau that has never been inhabited. A place where my mind is not just free, but independent of me. So I search through my box of little baggies, bypassing the hydro, the haze, the diesel, the grape, and that one bag of regular, till I find the one that's gonna take me to the starship. You know where one nation is under the groove, getting down just for the funk of it. And as I open the bag, the aroma fills my nose, and I know that this is the P-Funk. I roll it up in that paper that's gonna burn slow, keeping it tight so I don't lose a grain of its contents. And this cipher begins as I light that end, inhaling to get its full effect. Exhale as I blow out slow, and along with the smoke comes a piece of my soul. This ain't no puff puff past moments. No, my brother, you got to get your own. Cause see, this blunt holds the key to my soul. It burns with an eternal flame, and once you hit this, you'll never be the same. It's more potent than the power of potential pussy. And forged with the blood of those that smoked before me. This substance you can't grow or pick up on a corner. My third eye burns with life, and the smoke is its residue. It stays in your clothes, so you know that Lyrical Toye touched you with these words that are therapeutic to all 3 of your irises. It's the cure for the HIV, human ignorance virus. I pour slow with each hit and hold the smoke in just for a bit to let it infiltrate my mind. As my ink spills onto a pad that greedily receives its treasure. Pass the blunts, nigga never. And for those of y'all who feel some kind of offense about the word nigga, I sure am sorry. But I grew up in the hood. It's one of the words that I use, so it just is what it is.
That's how we grow.
This is my portal to worlds and planes unknown, of knowledge that was lost in the lies we were told. The eyes to see the ruins of the ruins that lay at our feet, and to feel the power of the ancient Kemetic dynasties. I am equipped for takeoff with this blunt in my hand, ready for Scotty to beam me up. I found transcendence when my lips touched that blunt. I ceased to be me and became lyrically inclined, and now And the ink from my pen impregnated me, and now I'm birthing poetry and sonnets and ballads, free verse and rhyme. My words echo through the generations of my family line. I am the epitome of knowledge, growth, and peace. I am the first speck of love in his eye when Adam first saw Eve. And the words I spit cause hallucinogenic cycles of thoughts. What I got between my fingers, this can't be bought. You have to seek with diligence that which can't be found. Hear with your soul the knowledge of those that came before, and we can get into a cycle of wisdom, puff, puff, pass. Every thought exchange more profound than the last. And I'll even give you a shotgun given of my high from me to you. Not just talking, but speaking truth. You gotta contact half from these words I just spit, but pass the blunts, not in the wildest dreams of the next generation of poets. My imagination is rampant from the clouds of smoke that linger from the impressions of my pen. And when I wake up tomorrow, I'ma light this shit again. I came from Greensboro, North Carolina. And before Greensboro, North Carolina, I was in Bellefontaine, Ohio. And before Bellefontaine, Ohio, I was in Newport News, Virginia. And this road in this life and this journey of poetry has taught me two things. One, never be afraid to be transparent when you're on stage. And two, always give everything you got in you. Yeah. I was concerned about having to read my poetry because I like to memorize it and make sure that I give you what you pay for. But it's more important to me that you get the content of what I have to say to you rather than me give you a spit off the top of my head. So forgive me again for having to read, but I got a brand new piece that I've written. No one has heard it, but it was on my heart to do it tonight. I'm feeling like I need a therapy release. I want to tell y'all about me. I don't know what y'all been through, especially you ladies. I don't know what y'all been through. I don't know what kind of relationships you've had, but I had some fucked up ones. And they did something to me. Y'all heard my story when I came on. You know, there was a time in my life where things were real, real dark. And so I'm gonna tell y'all about me. And so if y'all don't mind, y'all gonna be my therapist for the night. I'm not paying by the hour. So don't charge me by the hour because you're gonna end up with nothing. That's all I'm saying. You're gonna be broke every week. If I can find it in. That's work. Okay, the piece is called Basket. If I can never get to the beginning. I weave the basket with my tears that painted rainbows of torture down the sides of my face, each layer braided with the ghost of a past not too far behind, cascading intricate animations of life spiraling in deliberate patterns, lacing pain with healing, connected spiritual evidence that manifested in dark circles around my eyes, revealing the defeat in my spirit, twisting my plea for salvation with depression and hatred. So I spin delicate blueprints of my heart with invisible ink splattered across inconspicuous lines of pages. I dance routines of rituals like the Yoruba invoking Orisha for spiritual guidance. I become so entangled into myself that I splinter from the tension of pulling and winding so tightly around my own pain. I weave the basket with my tears, linking the me that was lost in the sea of a man's erection. His lust for what's gentle in me, taking advantage of the me I thought myself to be, so I tried to fuck myself happy. Using my thighs to invoke love, because after all, that is where it comes from. Illustrating my life through sexual pleasures that always leave the soul empty and unfulfilled. Trading spiritual for physical, because then he might love me. Settling for nothing more than to be the chick on the side, because really that's all I'm worth. Feeling spiritual death every time his breathing hitched in an orgasm, assassinating my virtue with meaningless moments of artificial intimacy, extracting light from darkness. So he became the total eclipse of me in those moments. His thighs rest between mine, desecrating my womb with each thrust. I weave the basket with my tears, cleansing the soul from the waste that clogged my spiritual me, opening the pathways to my heart that love may flow freely through passages that welcome the resonation of love's acoustic vibrations of healing, mending my spiritual self with the glass shards that hurt less than the intangible pain of his leaving, that wound my laughter with plagues of night tremors. I dance melodies of tears to the beat of intertwined agony, writing against the peace that persists within me. Belligerent refrains continuously pushing at the fragile nature of contentment, refusing to go quietly into that good night. Wretched moments of violence spew like lava, cauterizing the broken pieces of my broken pieces. giving my soul passage into the cauldron of spiritual strength, rising to the occasion of life, overcoming the death that was deposited, so now I weave baskets with my tears to expel the garbage that rested in me, keeping me from trusting, loving, and being loved. So these baskets are filled with the me that died to leave me whole and complete. I don't know about nobody else, but I tried to fuck myself happy for a long time. And then I realized that love ain't got nothing to do with how often, how much, or how many people you allow between your thighs. And I found a man that loved my soul. I love you, baby. I don't know if you're watching this, but damn, man, I love you. Woo! I talked to him tonight on the way here, and he was like, baby, go and spit from your heart and do your thing. And I wish he could have been here, because that's my strength, that's my pillar, and that's my addiction. So I wrote this piece for him, which is also, by the way, on the CD. And it's called Addiction. Now, hopefully I won't forget none of these words, but I'm gonna do what I do. He enticed me with the inebriated passion and the libation of his lips. The promise of his touch to fulfill the thirst in my soul that only he could quench. And like that wino who clings to that bottle in his brown paper bag, I hold tight to the imagery of his love. I am addicted to the look in his eyes as I stand before him. The love and desire that resonates as loudly as my heart beats for him. They draw me into his dangerous affections, and the depths of what I see make me crave him at every moment. Hold on, y'all. I gotta do that one more time. He enticed me with the inebriated passion and the libation of his lips. The promise of his touch to fulfill the thirst in my soul that only he could quench. And like that wino who clings to that bottle in his brown paper bag, I hold tight to the imagery of his love. I'm sorry, y'all. God, I'm sorry. I love that man, y'all. Whew. I hold tight to the imagery of his love. I am addicted to the look in his eyes as I stand before him. The love and desire that resonates as loudly as my heart beats for him. They draw me into his dangerous affections, and the depths of what I see make me crave him at every moment. Right now, y'all, right now. He is the drug that gets me high, and I don't need a pipe or a bomb or a needle. I just need the raw fluid of his presence to infect me like a virus. See, I was supposed to write an erotic piece describing the way he sexed me, and I can tell you how he likes to taste me and give you the play-by-play of how he fucks me, but I don't do that. See, what he does between my thighs is not as important as what I see behind his eyes. What I see is the reflection of me loving him the same way he is loving me, exactly what I'm supposed to see. So instead, I wrote this Eros piece. Because sex one day will no longer be relevant, but the sensuality of how he creates love can last a lifetime, and I am addicted to the way he makes love to my mind. Did I tell you that I love you, boo?
How much time I got?
That's number 6.
Okay, so I got one more piece, and then I'm gonna get on out y'all way, and y'all can enjoy the rest of your night. There is an artistic responsibility as a poet, as a rapper, as a singer, as an artist of any kind, when you come before people and you're depositing into their spirits. We often take for granted that our words deposit either life or death into other people as they're sitting under the sound of our voices. And I am a firm believer that when you are listening to me, that I am imparting something in you. And there's a reason why I do this. Not just because I love poetry, not just because poetry saved my life, not just because I happen to be a little good at it, not to, you know, pop my collar or nothing, but I do it for that woman who doesn't have a voice, that child who hasn't found their voice. You know, I want to be able to say to someone, I've been in your shoes, and this is where I came from. And because of that, I wrote a piece. It's the hardest piece I've ever had to write in my life. And it is definitely the hardest piece I've ever had to remember. So, again, I'm going to pull my little trusty notebook out. And again, this is on the CD. And it's called I Was Born a Poet. Our destiny is given to us before we are born. And if we monopolize on what God has given us, we will be able to use those things that He's given us effectively. And if we're not doing that, then we're pretty much just walking around in this life with nothing as our guide. We have no purpose. And so when you find purpose in life, that's a beautiful thing. That's right. And I found purpose in life when somebody read to me a poem by the late great Paul Laurence Dunbar called Little Brown Baby. Oh, man. And that changed my life. Yeah. I was 10 years old. And here I am, a mother and a grandmother of 2 beautiful little grandbabies. And I'm standing before you tonight. The last time I was in Tulsa, Oklahoma, I was on a federal plane being transported to a federal prison facility. The last time I was in Oklahoma. And so it was kind of emotional for me coming in on a plane because I'm like, God, look at where you brought me from. And look at where I am now. It's people that's coming to see me tonight perform. And the last time I was here, they had me in chains and shackles like I had assassinated the goddamn president or something. Motherfucker.
I know the feeling. Trust me.
You know what? If you've been convicted of a felony and you're in this room tonight, I'm not going to ask you to make no noise because I don't know how you feel about your situation. But trust and believe me when I say that nobody's conviction holds you down unless you allow it to.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Make some noise for the convicted felons in the house. Yeah! Fuck them. Okay. Motherfuckers, they put me in jail, goddamn bastards anyway.
She's still emotional right now.
It's the Cavassier, baby. It's the Cavassier. Y'all, I done had about 5 Cavassiers. I'm trying to tell y'all I'm nice right now. And I gotta get up and get on the plane in the morning. But that Cavassier with mine ain't no joke. I'm telling you. It ain't no joke. I love you, baby. Okay? This piece is called I Was Born a Poet. From the beginning, He knew me and ordained me for His purpose, giving me the tools I would need to bring His message, filling me with the knowledge and understanding that equipped me for the many battles I would face. See, I was born a poet, a prophet, a soldier, a messenger. There's nothing else I could be. This was the divine calling laid out before me. If His Son is the Word, then I must be a wordsmith, one who can use my words to curse or heal by rightly dividing truth, a path laid out for me since the eve of my youth. I don't conform to the everyday norm or try to fit the mold that seems to be so common. If I was meant to be like everyone else, I would be. So I stand firm on the knowledge that there is no one else like me. I treasure the uniqueness in which I was created. See, I was born a poet, with the power to speak a word that will restore, replenish, and rejuvenate those who have ears to hear and eyes to see. The power with which my divine right purpose within me, because after all, this is my calling, y'all.
I was ordained before the womb to be exactly what you see. To speak of righteousness and numinous destiny. To study those who were called before me and walk a narrow path. So many people call themselves poets today, y'all, but I was born a poet. I didn't choose this. He chose me. So I carry a mantle to speak as God uttered into my spirit. Shout out his words for any who wish to hear it. I carry the light of truth within my soul and speak to those who are broken and discontent, because see, it's for those very people that I have been sent. To deliver those who have been in bondage, to enlighten those that were without knowledge. See, I was born a poet. Poetry is not a fad to me that I can pick up and put down at my leisure. It's inbred in me. And to deny it would be to deny that God lives within me. And it's only through him that I am able to do what I do. To speak the wisdom of truth no matter who I encounter. So many people call themselves poets today but don't understand the power of emanating truth. P-O-E-T. But want to wear the title with no accountability for the words they spit. Sending pretentious, imitated truth to all those that might hear it. S-P-I-T. I was born a poet. With the power of sight in my third eye and the wisdom of Solomon from my past life, I am descendant from poets, prophets, soldiers, and messengers, and the power of their blood reigns through my soul, giving me the strength to speak despite my words' popularity, understanding spiritual knowledge and wisdom with my finite mind, because without him, I know it's nothing but filthy rags. When the sun cursed the fig tree, it withered and died, and he passed that on to me, and now that power lives inside me. So I am always careful when I speak not to injure others with my tongue. See, I was born a poet. Because my tongue is as sharp as a two-edged sword, and if I can't stand by them, I won't speak any words. I walk in the responsibility that my title gives me, accountable to those affected by my ministry, because poetry is the ministry to which I was ordained and the instrument that I will use to affect change. See, I was born a poet. Poetry isn't something I picked up on the side of the road. It's engraved in my soul. It's coded in my DNA to be a poet. It's not something I thought would be cool to learn or a means to the means that I wish to earn. And I'm not looking for accolades from any man, because my true worth, only God can understand. Its power is in the resurrection in which I am called the poetic trinity. A pen, a pad, and a mic. I am called by its power to become its wife. See, I was born a poet, a prophet, a soldier, a messenger. There's nothing else I could be. This is the divine calling that was laid out before me. I was born a poet. Yeah. All right, I'm going to give Unique her stage back, and I'm going to get on out y'all way, and I'm going to enjoy the rest of my drink. Tulsa, Oklahoma, y'all have been amazing. I look forward to seeing you guys in December of next year for the HIV/AIDS awareness events. If you have Facebook, please get on Facebook and like the Artistic Embassy Foundation. We are doing big things in Greensboro. We are coming to Tulsa. We are going to have a base of operation right here. So, you know, when we start looking for folks to be a part, do some work, get your hands dirty. I'm looking for all of you in this audience. I ain't got y'all names, but guess what? Y'all all on tape. I'm gonna find you. Don't make me look for y'all in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's been real, y'all. I'm Lyrical Toye. Again, I got CDs available. Y'all have a great night.
All right. I'm loving it. I'm hoping y'all patronize the bar in the restaurant as we did, as you could probably tell on tonight. But listen, real talk. Let me just say that every month that we come back, I'm excited, I'm encouraged, because every time I see you, listen, I love the ones that's not here to get your name out there and be no movie star. Because in this day and time, you ain't guaranteed to make it. So when anytime a poet or an artist steps up here, give them their due respect. If they demand it, they ain't worthy of it. But they come up here humbly And understand that they're just using their gifts. Support that. Love on them. Love on that. Like she said, we have I don't really want to talk about it because I haven't, but we do have, there's Unique Reality Poetry Management. That's what we do. I manage poets. We get you out there. It's not about fame, but it's that I believe in the message that you're spitting. So if you want more information about what I do, you can hit me up on Unique. It is spelled. It is not spelled a typical way. It is spelled UNEKREALITY. You can email me at yahoo.com or hit me up on Facebook. As we begin to tell you, we have a full-fledged corporation called Artistic Embassy Foundation. We're doing, if you're in Greensboro, you listen to me on Facebook, you already know, December 17th, the gentleman, D.L. King, they wrote down,
J.L. King.
Yeah, him. I'm sorry. He wrote Men on the Down Low. Now listen, we are not backing his book. What we are trying to do is bring awareness that we are the ones dying in communities. So we have free testing that's going to be done and AIDS awareness. That's real talk. Y'all can sit over and act like it ain't happening to you, but guess what? It's happening to your brother, your sister, and your neighbor.
Say it again.
And babies are coming up HIV positive all the time. So we're not condoning and we're not here to pass judgment on people's sexuality, but we are taking our community back. What good is it for you to have a voice and you want to showboat, but you give nothing back to the community? You got to pay your dues in this thing. Now, I wanted to do something sexy, but I ain't feeling quite sexy right now because I need to go home and make phone call. So, what I want to do is, Mason, are you up here and you getting ready to sing?
Is it going to be? Oh, no, I'll rap. Are we going to do another 2 days?
You know what? See what I'm saying? See how they be playing? See what I'm saying?
I remember when he was a little kid.
See, you know, you got to be a real promoter to deal with personalities and stuff. You just got to go with it because they just go crazy. But as they're setting up, I know you're going to love them. This is one. I mean, you know, how long have we known one another, Mason?
Since he was in diapers.
Shut up. Don't say that.
I didn't wear diapers.
That was like so rude. That was like so rude. So I'm saying, you know, it's like getting grown now or something. You know what I'm saying? But listen, support the band that's coming out tonight. We're not going to be here December, but we will be back January, and we're going to have the Princess of Poetry. All I can say is hit her up on Facebook if you don't know what I'm talking about. I want to give thanks Lyrical Toye for coming out on tonight. I am Unique Reality, and this has been Unique Night. Thank you for coming out on tonight. God bless.